used to this because I've flipped the camera around and I need to remember to look here. But hello, happy Sunday, coming at you from our house today, having a nice chilled out Sunday. I've got my notebook here just of things I want to cover, but we might as well get straight into it. I thought I would do a bit of a update living in Florida. It's been over 9 months now, and I know that when I did not a 9-month update, but last time I did an update and I did a live version, like, you seem to really enjoy that, so I thought I'd do it live again today. That way, if you've got any questions, you can ask me them in real time. Like I said, I've got a couple of things to note, like topics to cover, to go over. But yeah, if you do have any questions, drop them in the little chat box, the live chat box, and I will try to answer them as I go, or if I'm in the middle of something, I'll like go back to it. But yeah, hi, happy Sunday everybody. I am in our guest bedroom right now because I figured that was like the nicest area. Also, it's Sunday, so we've got general chaos going on at home. Not be able to hear the dogs. Jessie could come in at any point, so yes, hi Jess. We're having a chill, lazy Sunday today because, well, I've got like a nice dress on underneath, but it's getting a little bit chilly, so we've got a storm outside, and I was like, I need like a big hoodie, a jumper on, so we can get cozy. Also, talking about that, I've seen that we have got a cold front coming in the next couple of days, which I knew we had a cold front coming, but I was not prepared for how cold it says it's going to be. I looked literally about 10 minutes ago and it said 14. Highs of 14 on Tuesday. Like, what the Florida? No thank you. I am a true Floridian now. Like I say, I've got my jumper on as it's come a little bit cooler. 21 tomorrow, I think it said, and 14 on Tuesday. I don't know if I'm gonna cope. So I think it's gonna be like a couple of homey indies. Still not as hot as a British summer. I know, like, that's the funny thing. Like, it's not taken us long to acclimatise, has it? Because, like I say, here for just over 9 months now, and yeah. True Floridian blood now. What was the temperature? What was that, sorry? What was the temperature when you moved back in January? So actually it was cold in January, and when we first got here that first week, I've told everyone, they were like, oh, when did you move? I was like, the cold week in January, because everyone just knows that. They're like, oh yeah, it was really cold. So when we moved here, it was the same temperature here as it was in England, and I think that was like 8 degrees, and it was genuinely just the same, and it was cold and rainy here as well, just like it was in England, and we were like, oh no, what have we done? But then like the week later, it was 20 degrees. So yeah, I'm looking forward to getting the warm weather back, because yeah, it says like cooler for the next couple of days, but then it goes up to low 20s again, which is really nice. And because it has started cooling off here now, I know it's still hotter than most British summers, and it's like 23 degrees, but it's very, very nice. Like, you can go out and do things because it's nice and dry. Apart from this crazy storm today, the weather has been so much drier. And yeah, the weather now is nice, but it's not like crazy summer hot where you can't do anything. So yeah, that's good. Oh, St. Cloud, hello. What is one thing you expected to be difficult living out in Florida that you've actually found easier to deal with? I.e. distance to family, weather, etc. Oh, we've just got a little guest. Hey. Jessie's just joining us. You want to wave hi? Oh, and Loki's joining too. I told you they'd probably have some guests, but you can't do that because I'm on a video, okay? Are you going to go do something with Dad?
But what?
Yeah, it's got his Mickey on. Oh, people are saying hi to you, buddy.
Hi.
Uncle Xander's saying hi, and Jessie's saying hi, and Grandad's saying hi.
Who's Jessie?
Jess.
Jess.
Is there anything you want to say to anyone?
I will do Grandma and Granddad.
Oh, that's so nice. Good job. Are you going to go keep playing, and I'll come out and play soon?
Well, I'm going to do a live video with you.
Okay, well, you can't just roll around on the bed, though. I've got to answer some questions.
Why?
Uncle Xander says, can you say hi, Auntie Jess?
Hi, Auntie Jess.
And Grandad says, how are the new headphones?
Good.
Good. Ready, go grab Daddy for me a sec.
Why?
Because I want him to help me out with you.
See, actually.
Yeah. Go grab him for me.
No.
Lee. Don't mind us just having a general conversation.
What is this?
That's my list of things that I'm going to chat about moving to Florida.
Can I sit here?
Okay. Shall we start answering some people's questions? What did they say? So what's one thing you expected to be difficult? And yeah, I'd probably say that it is easier for me having like that distance to family because I just didn't know what it was going to be like.
Who's that from?
That was what Uncle Xander asked. And he said, is it hard to live away from them? Yeah. And do we miss them a lot?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do, don't we? But we always have a good time. We chat to them lots, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think I found that easier because you just never know, do you? You don't know if it's going to be like hard and you're going to want to go home. But I've actually found it okay because we chat on FaceTime all the time. So yeah, that's good. You're going to leave Lucky alone, bud, yeah?
And it's so warm.
And it's so warm, which is nice, isn't it? Right, bud, I'm going to need you to go through some playing now, okay? So I can finish this and I can come play sooner.
But what I just want to help.
I know you want to help, bud, but please could you go just do a little bit of playing right now? And I'll be done much quicker then.
What about if I go down there?
No,
Why?
because I'm just trying to do my video, bud. Lee, would you just give me a little hand?
What?
Lee? Just walked off. Right, I'm going to have to just keep going anyway, aren't I? So, how much does Jessie love being out there?
Good.
Do you love it?
Mm-hmm.
And I've actually found the weather a lot easier as well. So I was just on about it being really hot in the summer. Can you do me a favour, please? I've got a little helper here on my live video. But it'd be awesome if I can just have it to myself.
Oh, good. You help me set up?
No.
It's been saying hi to everybody and they've said hi back. But it'd be cool if you could go do some playing or something now.
Yes, come on, buddy.
I want to play. I want to help you.
I know. So why don't you go with Dad for a bit and then you can come back in at the end and do some more
Yeah,
helping,
and
please.
you're shouting.
Yeah.
Go on, kid.
Thank you. You shut the door behind you, please. Thank you, bud. It's always so hard because he just wants to help and I want him to help. But I know that if he's in here with me, I'm just not going to be able to concentrate on like what questions you're asking and stuff like that. So yeah, just back to me again now. But there you go. You got kind of a little insight to what Jessie thinks to it as well. And then I think I might just jump straight into the first thing I'm going to cover unless you want to jump in with a question first. But the first thing I've got to cover, I put moving, why, ideas. So obviously we've been here 9 months now and it's going to be coming up to 10 months very, very soon. We got a 12-month lease for this place. So obviously I've already started to think, do we want to stay living in this house? Do we want to move? Because the world's kind of our oyster. We'd always thought we would want to stay here for as many years as they would allow us that we wanted to. So we were thinking like 2 to 3 years we might stay in this house for. But kind of over the last few weeks, we've just had the realisation of the rent is coming up. So we messaged our landlord and they said, you're welcome to stay, which is obviously always nice to hear that they do plan on renting it out so we don't have to move, because yeah, that would just be hard knowing that you had to move. But so we can stay here for another year if we want to.
Do me a favour.
What, darling?
Can you get the scissors from my bedroom for this?
No, I can't, darling. I've got to sit here and do this video, okay? Please, can you ask Dad? Good job, buddy. Thank you. Just give me a sec to lock the door.
I'll just leave it like
Okay, thank you. There we go. I've locked the door now so that he can't come in and disturb us. I feel sad about that, but you know, needs must. So yeah, moving. We were like, do we want to stay here? because we do genuinely love this house, love the area, love the neighbours, everything like that. So just a really good location for a lot of things. So yeah, but at the same time, the house doesn't offer us everything we would like. And we knew that going into it, but this house felt right for us at the time when we were doing it. And even though it didn't hit a couple of things we wanted, we knew we still wanted to go for this one anyway. But the things we would really like is our own private pool, and we would also like some extra living space. So I know this house is by no means small, I'm not saying that at all, but where we came from had an extra living space and a playroom. So we ideally were wanting another living space. Because we don't have that, we've definitely noticed that we miss it. So say when we have visitors over and Jessie goes to bed, because we're like on one level, you can't really be like loud and chatty. So yeah, it'd just be nice to have a separate living space, like away from the bedrooms, so that when you have guests over, you can just stay up a little bit and you don't feel like you just have to be quiet and just go to bed. And also for like our living, like Jessie has lots of toys and he loves playing with them, but he doesn't like to play with them in his bedroom, he likes to bring them out. So if we had that like extra living space where we could have toys and we could play, it just makes things a lot easier. And also with the pool situation, we've really loved having a community pool because it's been awesome for making friends and it's been great. But there's just been a couple of occasions where we've been like, oh, it'd be really nice if we did have our own pool now, because you can go on it like as late as you want, you know, like you get back late from the park, you're like, let's jump in the pool or whatever. And just to be able to think, right, it's not a thing to go to the pool, you like load the bags up and get to the pool, like you could literally just step out into your back garden. So that would be the two things that would make us consider moving. Will it happen? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to look probably in the new year when it comes up to like the rent renewal and see what's out there then, and that'll probably dictate what we do, whether we stay, whether there's anything new on the market that fits those things, because we wouldn't want to move just to move. Like, yeah, we're happy staying here if we need to. And then I just saw a question come through about moving as well. Would you like to still live in the same sort of area or a completely different part of Orlando or Florida? So we've said that we are quite open. We do really love where we are. We were chatting to some friends yesterday and they kind of said where we are right now is very good and they would recommend staying where we are, but not necessarily just in the same like neighborhood and community. There's kind of like a bubble that we're happy to go in. We did think like, do we just go to a separate side of Orlando, like just trying different areas out? But I think when it comes down to it, we are very happy in the little area that we're in, but we're happy to try out different communities. So yeah. What was the next one? How about houses on the existing development that have extra space and a pool? So yeah, if there was somewhere that came up in the same neighborhood that we're in now and it had more space and a pool, yeah, we would 100% go for it. And if it was like the right pricing too, because obviously that kind of has a big deciding factor. You can always find what you want if you're not bothered about what you spend, but we would like to spend not a lot more than what we're currently paying. We don't mind paying a little bit more to get those more things, but yeah, we don't want to go crazy just to get that for another couple of years. So yeah. Let me just read these. Not a question, but I need to win the lottery, move to Florida and be one of the girls. So we are, well, I am really lucky that I found a really nice bunch of friends out here. We've all kind of moved over from England at some point in our lives. Actually, no, there's one of us, Amy, she did move to Florida, but she's from Tennessee. But we've all moved to Florida at some point in our lives. So it's nice that I've made a group of friends that we all have something in common, and we're all very different people. But I don't know, we just seem to click and gel and get on really good. And you just never know when you move into somewhere when you're older, do you? Like, how hard is it going to be to make friends as an adult? But I think doing YouTube and Instagram has made that really easy for me. So yeah, if you want to move, then I recommend getting on YouTube and Instagram and becoming one of the girls who will accept you with open arms. How is the business going? The business is going awesome, thank you. So Lee's business has basically, since we've moved out here, just grown and grown and grown from strength to strength, which is obviously what we wanted. That was the whole point of really moving to Florida, to strengthen the business and to grow that and to grow the trade between the UK business and America. So the fact that that has done that has just been amazing. Will we be renewing our visa? So we got a 5-year visa, so it's not really something we need to think about right now. But I was literally saying to Lee the other day, I'm so glad it was a 5-year visa, because imagine if it was a 2-year visa, we'd already have to be thinking about renewing it and what we wanted to do, because 2 years would no way be long enough for us. 5 years is an amazing length of time, and we have thought about what we will want to do after that 5 years. Right now, we would like to stay in Florida. That's like almost a year in, so things obviously can change within 4 years, who really knows. But as of right now, our idea would be to renew the visa or go for a different type of visa. Again, it's all just going to depend on how the next 4 years go. So yeah. Oh, did you hear that? That is some big thunder. The dogs are trying to get into me now because they're scared. It's okay, boys. Yeah, that's what the door is. It's Logan who's scared. Let me let him in. Come on, Bison. It's okay, boys. Here the boys are. And they're living Florida life too, apart from the thunderstorms, which they don't like. But they are getting used to them. They've just got like their own little places. Hi from Oregon. I don't even know whereabouts that is. Like, I can't picture it on like a map. Like, I know it's in North America, like the area, but I can't picture where it is. Have we shaved as a... Yeah, they've both had a groom. Look. You're looking so smart. They look like little puppy dogs. You look like a puppy dog. Look, people want to see you. Good boys. How's Lee finding business in the US? Did he already have clients there, or has he started from scratch? So Lee's business is a UK based business, so he was already doing exactly what he does now, but he's just able to do it on a bigger scale because he's able to make those connections easier while we're out here in America, because he was coming back and forth to make them, and now that's just a lot easier for him. The next thing I want to talk about, along with the moving thing, was schooling. So one thing I never really cover is schooling with Jessie, and I think that's twofold. The first thing is privacy, and the second thing is because we don't know. So obviously I put myself online and on the internet, and I'm okay with doing that for me and myself, and Jesse is okay with being in videos, and he loves doing it. He loves being a part of it. But there is also an element to it where I'm not silly, and I know that like children can be exploited online and things. So when we're talking about childcare, schooling, part of me is posting little things through the doors for me. Part of me wants to keep that area private for Jesse, just so that he doesn't have all of his life online, and like I say, for security purposes, like you hear horror stories. So that's just an area that I want to keep a bit more private. And then also because I'm not sure what we're doing yet. So the age of school for Florida is 6 years old. So in like the UK it's 5 years old, so they go usually like when they're 4. Here it's the year after. So they have to go to school when they're 6. So they usually go when they're 5. So Jesse's just turned 5. So like his next school year is like next year, and that's when he would be going to school. But we don't know what we want to do yet. There's so many different options out here, and that's kind of what we're researching currently. Public schools, magnet schools, charter schools, homeschool, micro school, co-ops. The list goes on. So if you do have any information about different schooling systems within Florida, then please do let me know, because the reason why we're so unsure is because we're not sure we're fully on board with a 9-to-5 public school, in the sense that we don't want him to be a little office worker at 5 years old. So when I say that I don't want him going to a traditional public school, what that means is I'm sure there will be some excellent 9-to-3 public schools out there, and that's what we're researching now, but just one that aligns with us a little bit more. So I don't want him, or not just I don't want him, but me and Lee don't want him, for example, going to school, sitting and just doing like worksheets from a textbook like most of the day, going out for a break like a couple of times for 15 minutes, and then coming home with a piece of homework a night. Because we have heard that some schools are like that, even in kindergarten at 5 years old. And that's not what we want for Jesse. He's not that type of child. He's a way more active, physical, hands-on kind of learner. And that's kind of what we would like for him. So we're going to check out lots of different options to see something that aligns more with what we like. So yeah, that's the schooling situation. What did somebody say? Find a charter school or homeschool. That may make your decision as to where you live. Yeah, so that's why I mentioned schooling after moving, because as we're looking around at different schooling systems or wherever we want to be, that could dictate if we want to move. So we're kind of looking at them both at the same time. And then, yeah, that may swing us to whether we want to move or not. Can you not get work outside of the business and get a sponsorship towards LPR? What is an LPR? I don't know what that is. Was it hard to move to Florida? Yeah, it's really hard to move to Florida, actually. Once you decide you want to move to Florida, you've got to see like what visa you qualify for. And that's all going to depend on your circumstances. So I always tell people, speak to an immigration lawyer, because that's the way you're going to find the way to move for your circumstances. Is it easy to get a driving license in Florida and also a social security? It's very easy to get a driving license in Florida. You have to do like a theory test and a practical test. I'm not going to lie though, the theory test was hard. I was talking about this with my friends yesterday, and I literally just passed my theory test by the last question. I needed to get it right, and I did luckily get it right. But yeah, like obviously it's like a multiple choice like you have in England, but you've got to pick it. But I've never learnt the highway code in Florida, and in hindsight we probably should have studied it, but we just winged it and we passed, so you know. But yeah, I'd probably recommend just like having a quick read through, especially of random things. So like I got so many questions about towing, like, and that's just because a lot of people do it in Florida, but literally I had at least 5 questions. So you're asked 50 questions. I had at least 5, if not 10 questions in relation to towing. So you need 40 to pass, or when I did the test, you needed 40 out of 50 to pass. So yeah, but then the practical part, so easy. Literally drive around a car park. And that's not because we already had an English license. Like we just have to go in as new people to America and do all the basic driving tests that you have to do. But you sit in a car and you drive around a car park, you like pull into a space, you stop, you do an emergency stop, you do a turnaround, you're good to go, you passed. So that is really easy. And then they take your photo then and then, print out your license. So in that regard, it's a lot easier. Social security as well, we found that really easy. So you just have to like book your appointment online, go down, wait your turn. It's just like a boring like paperwork thing, and then say what visa you're on, how long you've been in the country for, and then they're just like, there you go, you have your social security number, it'll be with you in a couple of weeks. So yeah, as long as everything's in like order with like your paperwork, but if you've got a visa, you probably do have all your paperwork in order. It's very easy to. A legal permanent resident, so like a green card holder. Yeah, so we do have thoughts on if we would want to be like a green card holder going forward in the future. I think, again, that would depend on how the next 5 years go, if we want to renew the visa. Yeah, well, again, we'll just see where things go. I cover all of those, yeah. The next thing is schedules and routines. So the last, what are we, August, September, October, November. So the last 4 months have been like crazy. We were just getting a really good system and routine and schedule down. Then we went to Australia. Then Xander and Jess came. Then we went to England. Then we've just had Lee's parents and niece and nephew visit. So it's been a 4 months. We're ready to get back into our schedule and routine now. And we've had like a week of it now. And already today, we can definitely feel that we're getting back to that. Like today, we're having like a Sunday at home, sorting round, getting things back in to the places that they're meant to be, but have not been because we've been traveling and had people here. So today is like a get things back in order place. So yeah, it's feeling good to get like the schedule and routine back now. And that was one thing we thought about with moving. We're like, oh, we're just getting it back for like a few months. Would we want to disrupt it? But we'll see with that one. We'll see. You probably might see us in January, but like, we're staying. So yeah. Halloween. We had such a good Halloween. Our first Halloween in Florida. Well, like Halloween. We've been here for Halloween time before, but like actual trick-or-treating, which was just so cool to go out. So we had visitors then. We had my in-laws and my niece and nephew here. So we all got dressed up and it was so fun to go out and do. Like we saw some kids walking around the neighbourhood with a wagon and Lee was like, shall I get the beach wagon out? So we took the beach wagon and Jesse were like sat in it for a bit while his legs were tired. And they each had like a bag of candy. And then we had like an offloading bag in the wagon as well, because it was just insane. Like all the houses were done up. Everybody was out. Like people had even put tables in the driveway and had like a big like gazebo canopy with smoke machines, like fog lights, music, adult drinks, kids drinks, hot dogs, chili, everything, like full on party situation going. So that was really cool to experience. And leading on from that, this is going to be our first like holiday season in America. We're very excited for it. So obviously we've got Thanksgiving coming up and then Christmas. So I think that's the last 2 points I've got to cover. That's going to be our first Thanksgiving in America. Very, very cool. Very excited. We don't really know what to expect because we have celebrated Thanksgiving for the last however many years in England with my friends. We used to do Friendsgiving. So each Thanksgiving, we'd each go around to one person's house and cook and watch the football. So we did a Friendsgiving for probably like the last 7 years. So yeah, I've kind of celebrated a little bit. I'm looking forward to experiencing my first proper American Thanksgiving. We're not too sure of our plans yet. We've got like a couple of things up in the air. So yeah, stay tuned on what we actually do on Thanksgiving. But then for Christmas, this is our first ever Christmas away from home. So we want to do something completely different. So we are thinking that Christmas Day morning, we'll spend time at home, obviously, open presents, spend time with the dogs, have nice family time together. And then in the afternoon, we're thinking of going to Disney. I'm going to go to some Disney parks and just experience the magic because it's something we've always wanted to do. Well, especially me, I've always wanted to go to Disney on Christmas Day. We know it will be crazy busy and that's okay because we're not here on a holiday. We live here So we're not going with like high expectations of like achieving loads of things and doing things and riding rides, but just to be there, to do something different for Christmas, because it's just us three and you don't have to rely on anyone else and showing up for other people. So we're gonna just do it, the three of us, and I think we're gonna go to Disney and have fun. And then who knows where that will take us the rest of like the Christmas time. No plans for New Year's yet. We usually in England like to stay in for the dogs with like fireworks and stuff going off, so we'll just kind of suss that out, kind of get an idea of if people have fireworks, because we don't really hear fireworks in this house. Like when it was like 4th of July and stuff, we were expecting it, but we didn't really, so that was kind of good. So we'll just see what we think we'll do for like New Year's. And then over Christmas time, I'm sure there'll be lots of fun things going on as well. We know we want to do a couple of things, so I was chatting to one of Jessie's friend's parents yesterday, and she gave me a list of like fun, like festive things that are going to be going on before Christmas time. And one that she recommended, and I've spoken to several people recently and they've all recommended it, and I literally saw a leaflet come through the other day for it as well, and that is the, I can't remember what it's called, but it's like the ice thing at Gaylord Palms. So we're going to go do that, and that's basically like an indoor convention area that they turn into like a bit of a winter wonderland, where you can do like dry slope like tobogganing, and they've got like an ice bar in there. So I think we'll definitely go do that, so you get a bit of like the actual winter style things. And other than that, it's just like Christmas tree lighting ceremonies and different festivals that are going on. Lots of the farms have like, you know, like how they have like pumpkin patches, to do like that for like Christmases. So yeah, I think we will definitely be doing that. And then also we want to go get our own Christmas tree. So we did bring our Christmas tree index over from England. So I'm gonna have 2 trees up. I don't know where I'm gonna put like the one that we brought over, but I am gonna bring it, and then we're gonna go cut our own Christmas tree down too. So we're gonna go to a Christmas tree farm, cut our own tree down, bring it back home on the top of the Jeep and decorate it. No idea the theming we're gonna do this year. I've kind of said it's everything. Just go for it. Like if you want it to be tacky, tacky. If you want it to be green, be green. Like we're just gonna not have a colour theme. We're just gonna do everything. So yeah, when I'm buying new decor this week, I'm just going to be buying bits of anything, like whatever takes my fancy. And I'm so excited to do that, because sometimes you see something, you're like, oh, that's really lovely, but it's not in my colour palette. I'm going to be buying it. So we're going to have a like big Christmas decorating extravaganza video coming over the next couple of weeks too, because I am excited to go shopping this week for that. I just saw another question come through. What was that? Oh yeah, so that kind of covers all the holiday season coming up. Is it necessary to have a car to get around? Sorry. So this next portion of the live, we shall do a Q&A. So if you have any questions, drop them down below. So is it necessary to have a car to get around? Yes. We could not get anywhere without a car. I think in Orlando, Florida itself, you just have to drive. You cannot get anywhere other than like where you live if you don't have a car. It is very dependent on being able to drive, basically. We are just getting back to our routine since you left England in October. Yeah, thank you for letting us stay. I can imagine it was a whirlwind. Are you planning on going to Jollywood Nights to experience the holidays at Disney? That's just one thing I've reminded. We are going to go to Jollywood Nights. Well, I'm going to go to Jollywood Nights with the girls. So we didn't know whether to do Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party or Jollywood Nights, but we decided on Jollywood Nights so we can get dressed up a little bit more glam. And I'm really looking forward to doing that. That's just reminded me I need to book my tickets. Girls, you need to book your tickets too if you're watching, because we've got our date planned for that. That will be a lot of fun. I've not seen any of the videos coming out yet. I think, was it last night, the first Jollywood Nights? It was last night, or within the last few nights, where it's been the first Very Merry Christmas Party and also Jollywood Nights. I've not watched anything on it so far. I'm kind of like behind in the whole YouTube world, I'm not gonna lie, because we're just trying to be getting our routine back. So I'm a little behind on everything YouTube, but I'll definitely be watching it all coming up. How are you finding making friends, particularly with Americans? Is there a good community feel? So like I mentioned a little bit earlier, I've made a lot of friends. Most of them are girls from England, but we have made American friends too. And we found it really easy actually. So we've made friends through Jesse, like parents of his friends. So that's kind of nice. And I've not found it hard. There's definitely some things that are different with Americans versus like growing up in England. It's like there is a culture difference. So it's just about finding your people, the same it is if you were just to do it with English with English people or American people with American people. It's just about finding your people. So there can be like that culture difference, but some people you just won't click with because you'll be too different. But then some people you'll really gel with because they really want to know about how you've done life so far. So yeah, I think I'm really big on feels, and it's all just about like the person and the energy they give off. And if it's good energy, then I feel like it's easy to make friends and easy to talk to people and gel. So yeah, if they have good energy, then it's not too hard to make friends. I think having Jesse has obviously helped because he's made friends, and then that forces you to make friends. But also we found like Americans are super friendly. So you not even make friends with someone, but you chat to someone, and it's so much more accepted here to be like, do you want to go for a coffee, or we should meet up again type thing. So I found it way easier to make friends out here than I thought I would. Does that mean a vlog in regards to the Jollywood Nights? Oh, you know it. Who enjoyed Jesse's birthday party more, Jesse or Lee? So for Jesse's birthday party, I don't think I included it in any vlogs, but it was definitely on my Instagram. So if you're not already, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. Let me just make a note. I've just remembered something that I need to mention before the end. Yeah, so on Instagram, I shared bits of Jesse's birthday party. We had it here for his friends, and we had like a big bouncy castle in the back garden, and it had a slide and you could put water down it. So Jesse and his friends were going down it, loving it, but we didn't put the water on because I thought that was just asking for absolute carnage. But when they all went, the boys, like Lee and Jesse, put the water feature on. So they were slip and sliding all the way down and absolutely had a ball. It was so good to be able to do that. And we actually went to a birthday party yesterday that was outside, and I was like, this is so cool to be able to do a birthday party outside in November, just knowing that you can plan to do that and it'll be okay. So yeah, I think Jesse had more fun at the party because all his friends were there, but it was definitely a close second for Lee. I do have one thing to mention, but I can mention that at the end if anyone has any more questions before I get on to that. I do love this little guest bedroom setup. I was kind of going around thinking where I might want to film this today, but this should be my little filming setup, shouldn't it? This is nice. I wish I'd brought a drink in though. I'm very thirsty. I always do this on these lives. I like get chatting and talking. I'm like, I need a drink. But yeah, have you got any more questions, or shall I finish out with my last thing? Let me know. Look at this dog. Look at that waggy tail, Ozzy. Oh, good boy. Do you have a preference of Target, Walmart or Publix? So it's strange because before we moved here, I loved Publix, and I was like, I'm going to do all my shopping at Publix. I don't really do a lot of shopping at Publix. We do our main shopping at Costco, and then we just grab bits from different places depending on where we are and what we need. But we gravitate more towards Walmart and then Target, just for where we are and where we seem to go and what we do, what we're near to. So yeah, we seem to do Walmart and Target over Publix. But when I go into Publix, I do like it. It is very nice. I love how like all the salad and the veggies are all laid out all nice and just misted, and it just looks really nice in Publix, doesn't it? So if there's something I know Publix do specifically, I'll go into Publix to grab it. Now sometimes we'll just go in there for a change, but I think my favourite is Target, and I think it's my favourite because they do some of the things like Publix do, like the more like organic things, and they're healthier options in terms of less ingredients in stuff. So they do that at Target, but I also love Target the most because of like all the other sections that they have there too. Like, I love that you can just go to Target and get lost and just get a Starbucks and wander around and look at all the home stuff and look at the clothes and then do your grocery shop. So Target probably is my favourite. Are you happy to talk about work? How easy is it to find a job, or do you work with Lee? Yes, so we're in a lucky position. We haven't had to like go out and find work while we're here. It's always hard to know how much to say about like business and work, isn't it? Like without saying too much. So I like to try and be as open as I can without like breaching that like privacy barrier that I have internally that I don't want to share. But yeah, we're in a lucky position where we've not had to go out and find work or anything like that. So yeah, it's actually been easy for us. What about Costco? Yeah, so that's where we go do our big, I'm going to call it like a monthly shop. I don't know how often we go there, but that's where we go and do like the big shop where we buy all our meats from. Oh yeah, so we buy all our meats from Costco, and then we like separate it out and put it in the freezer and bring it out as we need it, because we found that Costco do the best quality meat, and obviously it comes in bulk too, so that just makes it easy. What's the best differences living in Florida versus the UK? The weather and Disney. So the weather, without a doubt, is like 50% of the reason we came to Florida, because you just can't beat it. Like I say, we were out at a birthday party yesterday in November outside sweating because it was almost 30 degrees. You just don't get that in England. Don't even get that in the summer a lot of the times. So yeah, the weather, and we've actually found it's made a huge difference to us day to day and personally. We didn't realise how like down and anxious we were living in England until we came here, and you realise that just by every day it being like bright, and it's not today but it still looks it, it's bright and sunny, waking up to that every single day, it really does put you in such a better mood. It's really crazy to think about actually that in England, like so many people must be suffering with like seasonal affective disorder a lot of the year because it's just not bright and sunny, because it does put you in a better mood. And we've definitely noticed that living here, the weather has made us much happier people, which is crazy to think that the weather can do that, but it really has been amazing for us, has that. And then obviously living at Disney too. What's the worst differences living in Florida? So yeah, other than missing family, obviously. The worst thing about living in Florida. So it's hard because you could say like hurricane season, but we've not really been affected by one here. So yeah, gators. Yeah, see, I love gators. I don't want the gators here at my house, but I love going out and spotting them and seeing them. Maybe the bug situation, because in England you just don't get anything that wants to destroy you, basically. You get ants and you get a few house spiders. We were chatting to someone about this the other day, and she was like, you don't have lizards? We were like, no. She's like, you don't have snakes? We were like, well, not really, no. Obviously you do have snakes, but you never see them, like, they're not common. And they don't want to kill you either. So yeah, it's just the bug situation here is probably the worst thing, but you do get used to it. Like when we first moved here, like all the different creepy crawlers and stuff that you would experience, it was just like, oh, will we ever get used to this? But you do. So I'm guessing no regrets then. No, we don't regret moving. We're very happy in our decision to move here, and we think it's been an awesome decision that we made for our family to move here. Have we seen many spiders or snakes? We see spiders, maybe not daily, but every other day probably. We see loads of spiders. dangerous spiders too, all the time. But I think being here 9 months now, you learn which ones to avoid, which ones you can just leave, which ones you need to destroy. So yeah. And snakes, we've seen three snakes. I think I've seen 2 and Lee's seen an extra one, all within like the last couple of months. So we were like, is it snake season or are we just seeing them more? But we had a snake under our outdoor cushions. That was a tiny one. I think it was a juvenile corn snake. That was the first one that we saw. Then we saw one on the path outside our house when we were walking, and that was an eastern hognose. So both of those were non-venomous. And then Lee saw one on a walk, I think it was last week or the week before, and that again was a black racer, so non-venomous ones. So we've not seen any dangerous ones, luckily. And the way we know that as well is because we're just doing research on them and taking photos and comparing and like asking AI for help and stuff. So yes. Have you found a lot of places that aren't as touristy that you would recommend to people coming over, like the Monster Truck Safari you guys went on? Yeah, so the Monster Truck Safari was absolutely awesome. And that is called Showcase of Citrus. And I would recommend that to anyone coming, because obviously that's kind of near like some of the touristy areas where you can stay in holiday villas. And it's not that far out, but it's really cool to do. So it's called Showcase of Citrus, and it's like a big orange grove farm, and they have different animals there, playground, and then they have a big old converted school bus, which they've made into like, I think they've painted it like tigers if I'm remembering rightly. And you go on that and you go around like their acreage, and they tell you about like the different things that they grow, and you see some different animals that they've got out there. Like they've got some zebras, they've got camels that you can feed. And it's just a really cool thing to do. It's a way more like actual Florida, like tourist thing to do versus like just tourist, if that makes sense. So obviously it's a place you can go, so it is tourist based, focused, but like I'm pretty sure like 90% of Florida is tourist based, but it's a way more like local kind of attraction versus just like any tourist. So Showcase of Citrus, check that out. If I can remember right as well, the pricing wasn't too bad on that. That was kind of good. Let's think what other things that are out of like the general tourist norm. So we really love going to, I think a lot of people do already know this and do already go to it, but Winter Garden Farmers Market, that's on a Saturday morning. That's really fun to go to. It's not just like a farmer's market in terms of produce, but it's like vendors as well. So there's that on a Saturday, and then Celebration Farmers Market on a Sunday morning. And a lot of the time it's the same or very similar vendors where you can go get fruits and veggies and meats and stuff, but you can also get like local businesses, things like art or clothes or honey, for example. And there's different food trucks. So yeah, Winter Garden Farmers Market on a Saturday or Celebration Farmers Market on a Sunday. You should get those on the list. Is there anything else? I don't know, that's probably like a good list to compile for you, isn't it? Maybe I'll do like a post or a reel on that, because that would probably be good to know for people, wouldn't it? Have you met up with the Hyde family who moved out there a week ago? Yes. So we've met up, I met up with Sam a couple of times now. So we met up, I think it was like a couple of days after they moved here. And then I saw Sam yesterday too. So the girls went out to Port Orleans French Quarter. We went for beignets and a coffee. I didn't have a coffee, I had a little bit of beignet because I got there late because we were out in the morning, but I tried a little bit of beignet and then I just had general food because I was hungry. But yeah, we went out for like a little girls' afternoon meetup yesterday, and Sam was there. So that was really nice. How do you find healthcare, dentists, etc.? Okay, we've not really had to use it too much, so I can't comment, but from what we've experienced so far, it's fine because wherever you go, they tell you things. So if you just go in there and you're like, I don't know how this works, I'm new to the country, they literally run through it with you. So yeah, that seems to be okay. It's different, don't get me wrong, it's absolutely different, but just ask people the questions and they're happy to answer. Have you got top 3 favourite restaurants you love since moving out there that you love to go to if you're going out for food? Yes. 1. We had this already last year, but our favourite, well, one of our favourite restaurants is Don Julio's Mexican Grill. The best Mexican food in my opinion. So good, so tasty. The next place is also Mexican. Can you see the theme here? We love Mexican food. Is Lime Fresh Mexican Kitchen, I think it's called. That one's down in, I think they have a few different locations, but that one is over in Flamingo Crossings, like where the Disney accommodation is. So Lime over at Flamingo Crossings, that's good. And then the third one, I think would have to be Texas Roadhouse. And I know that's like a chain, but we always have good food there. We always have amazing quality steaks every single time, and you cannot beat the price. So it's going to have to be 2 Mexicans and then a steakhouse. So Don Julio's, Lime, Texas Roadhouse. Are you happy with the area you chose to live in? Is there anything you would change? Yes, so we're very happy with where we chose to live. Again, I've never really mentioned it because that's kind of one of those like security boundaries for me. But we love where we live. And if you were here earlier on in the live, I mentioned about moving and things. And that's one of the reasons why we would look to stay in a similar area because, yeah, I did a lot of research before moving out here and it kind of paid off because the area has been spot on for us. Do we plan on more children? We don't plan on more children, no. We're very happy with Jessie right now. Healthcare is the most expensive insurance expense I had to have. And Mariah fell off a ladder and it cost $10,000 without insurance. Yeah, exactly. So we made sure that we had health insurance because, yeah, you don't want to think about if you don't have health insurance. So we're glad we got it and good coverage too. If there's not any further questions, I think I'm going to start wrapping it up because we've been on for nearly an hour now. And the last thing I want to mention is to anyone that is in Orlando next weekend. So next weekend, I am going to be doing something super exciting and I am going on a red carpet. I'm going to do a film premiere here in Orlando for a new Christmas movie actually. So it's called Rekindled for Christmas and it's going to be an online release movie, but it's literally made by Florida locals here in Orlando. And it's a Christmas movie and I love cheesy Christmas movies. So when I saw that come through, I was like, yes, absolutely, I would love to go do that. So I've been invited out to go walk the red carpet with the cast. And so can you too. So they have very luckily, thankfully, gratefully given me 2 spare tickets. So I am running a giveaway over on my Instagram. If you're not already, please follow me on Instagram. That's how you can enter. My Instagram is @_hairlife. HARELIFE. Follow me over there. You will see literally my most recent post is the giveaway to win 2 tickets to come and attend the film premiere, walk the red carpet with me and the cast, watch the movie. It's just going to be awesome. So if you are in Orlando next Saturday the 15th, make sure you go ahead and enter that giveaway because it is going to be such a fun afternoon. I am so looking forward to that. So yeah, please do let me know if you're going to be in town and that, yeah. So yeah, I think that is everything that I'm going to cover today on today's live. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed being here. Before I go, quickly comment, what do you want to see on my channel? What do you like from me? What kind of content? Do you like lives? Do you like Disney stuff? Do you like shopping? Do you like daily, weekly life? What do you like? Quick click before I head out and let Jessie in. In fact, I can hear him knocking at the door, so I'll come let him in while you're just typing that. Jessie, you can come in, darling. What we're seeing, day in the life, everything.
I want something.
I know, I loved it, thank you. I'm just saying goodbye to everyone, so I thought you want to say a love heart. Buddy, thank you. He's cut me out a love heart. General Florida life, day in the life, and Disney, day in the life, lives, vlogs with the girls, General Florida. People are saying hi, Jessie. Shopping and Disney merch, relocating with kids tips. Want to come and say hi and bye to everybody?
I want you to do me a love heart.
I'll do you a love heart. Jessie's done me a love heart. You're so cute. Wow, darling. Thank you so much.
C G E
Good job.
G H I J K M N N P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z.
Good job, boy. I'm not sure if you heard that, but he was just recanting the alphabet to me. And I took note of all those videos you like to see, so I can definitely make sure that we're just keeping on with it, really, aren't we? Auntie Jess says that she loves your jumper, bud.
Thank you.
You want to say bye and give people a wave? And I'll come and play. They can't see you.
Bye. Bye, Grandma and Grandad. Bye, Auntie Jess. Bye, Uncles and
Oh,
bye, Grandmaster. Bye, Grandad Chris. Bye, Evie and Jensen. Bye, Ben.
are you going to say bye to just everyone else who's watching too?
Love you.
That's so cute, bud.
Love you.
Good job, bud. I'll come in a minute, okay? I'm going to say bye. So cute. Oh, I love him so much. He's so cute. I'm sure he keeps getting cuter too. So yeah, that is going to be it from me here now. I'm going to go play with that cute little boy and then finished getting the house sorted for the week. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me here on this live. Make sure you've given it a thumbs up because thumbs up on lives still counts. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye! Now I have to find out how I end this thing. There we go. Bye!